featuring Wojnarowski. And it features familiar faces, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, along with newcomer Joel Embiid. All right. Wendy, tell me this. What's your biggest takeaway from this Team USA roster?
First off, there's a lot of interest in this team. This is going to be the most intense international tournament we've ever seen. There's really tough challenges for the U.S. A lot of the star players wanted to take part. It's obviously going to be in Paris. That's a big drawing card. There are some tough decisions that Steve Kerr and Grant Hill made here. And I think the biggest one was picking Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton had a really good summer for Team USA at the World Cup last year alongside Anthony Edwards. But there was definitely some guys you could say were snubbed. Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, maybe even De'Aaron Fox, guys who would be good at the guard position. There's going to be a lot of competition to get to that 12th spot. Who's going to get that 12th spot? And also, just because this is who they want on the roster doesn't mean that they're going to be healthy. So there's still probably a pretty strong second list of guys if any of those top 11, come up with injuries during the postseason.
Well, a couple of things for me. Number one, Joel Embiid being, Cameroon. I mean, I was like, I know, obviously, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, all right. Well, I remember one time that they were talking about that he could play for France, he could play for the United States. I'm like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, why is he on the roster? But obviously,
because we're desperate. We're desperate.
I understand. That's fine, but we don't want to show our desperation in international competition personally. We can find a different way to sort of gloss over that a little bit. Here's the other thing. They say the teams are permitted to take 12 players to the Olympics. Yes. I don't want to hear that Kawhi Leonard's on this list. Hell with that. We got to hold on to him. I mean, I don't want, hey, you going to play extra time? You can't. Yeah. It's a miracle that you played the games this regular season that you play. Oh, no. I don't want him in Olympic competition because if I'm the Clippers, that's the last thing I want to hear, that he going to play in international competition. I need him in the Clippers roster, especially with my new arena opening. I don't want Kawhi Leonard should not be considered. If I'm Steve Ballmer, I fight that to the death. Yeah. I need this brother playing for me. For the Clippers. In the Clippers, and when we go into the new arena in Inglewood, that's number two. Number three, it's just me, just my preference. Watching international competition, I know we got guys who can shoot, but I'm talking about bona fide, straight-up shooters. Right. To me, believe it or not, despite his struggles, a guy like Klay Thompson or anybody like that, I need another shooter on this roster.
Klay is going to play for the Bahamas, I think.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
The Bahamas are trying to qualify for they have to qualify in early July.
I read that, and I'm like, what?
Interesting.
The Bahamas? I don't know. I need another shooter.
Well, Kyrie.
Whoever you're going to get, Kyrie. Whoever you're going to get, give me another shooter. I need a marksman. Yeah. I need a marksman on this squad.
Well, we're taking star power. That's for damn sure. I mean, we got our biggest and brightest stars. We got LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. The interesting part that I'm looking at is your defenders. Really, you got three defenders. You got Holiday, Anthony Davis, and Bam Adebayo. Now, do we need another defender on the perimeter? Are we asking LeBron and
Kawhi,
KD?
Maybe.
The competition, Wendy. The man's knees are barking at my hips,
well,
and I've had both of my hips repaired.
I wouldn't assume that Joel's going to be healthy. And I got to tell you guys, the World Cup last summer, the U.S. lost 3 times to big, strong European teams with big dudes. We go down and look at all the starters in the NBA at center. Find the Americans. They ain't there. We don't have bigs, and we leaned into playing small last year, and it didn't work out. Joel Embiid was a major free agent naturalization signing. I'm not kidding you. The French and the Americans were competing, coming over, offering all kinds of things to get Joel Embiid. It was a huge signing, but I can't count on him being healthy. This is going to be a war, guys. I mean, Jokic, the Serbia qualified. Jokic is going to be a beast in there. Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert playing on the same team. They're going to start next to each other. Joel Embiid could have been the third head in that monster. We got lucky that Embiid, even if Embiid just said he didn't want to play for France, it would have been a victory for us. This is going to be really, really hard. This is the most intense international competition they've ever had. But here's the thing. I know that the Knicks fans who are already annoyed that Jalen Brunson isn't getting more love for the MVP vote are probably annoyed he's not on this roster. He was the leader of the team last year that finished 4th in the World Cup. Historically, what Team USA wants at the guard position is size. And if you don't have size, you got to be a great defender. That's why Drew Holiday is there. The Halliburton pick, he was great early in the season. He wasn't so good the second half of the season. So the Halliburton pick is one that I'm hearing from agents and people on, even though Tyrese was really good for Team USA last summer.
I'd like another shooter, but I also say when you talk about size and defense, Mikal Bridges. I mean,
Bridges was great last summer as well.
Listen, I definitely would consider him as well. Got to add something to this team.
Yeah, but Halliburton, once he went down with that injury, I think he tweaked his hamstring or something.
He hasn't been the same.
He hasn't been the same, Wendy.
I'm going to give you
Prior
another
to that
name.
injury, he
I'm
was
going to give you
sensational.
another name that's going to stun you because he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chet Holmgren. Because I'm telling you, we need size, and there's not American bigs. And you got to make sure that Embiid's going to be okay. The size is a huge factor, and Chet Holmgren is a guy who can play big and shoot and defend the paint.
How about Banchero?
Banchero played last summer and was a good option. We stole him from Italy. He was 5 minutes away from joining Team Italy, and Grant Hill leaned on Duke connections to get him in. He definitely would be on the list of guys to be considered for the 12th spot if anybody's injured.
It shouldn't be Kawhi Leonard. I'm Steve Ballmer. I fight that to the death. I fight that to the death. I'm the Philadelphia 76ers. I fight Embiid playing. I'm like, yo, man.
Now, he done gave us his word.
I need you.
He playing. He done gave us his word.
I need you. Hey. I need you in the. Who paying you? Who paying you, man? I need you in this damn uniform. I can't rely on them being healthy. These brothers get injured going to the bathroom.
I mean, you worry about Serbia, you worry about Slovenia with Luka, because we know what Luka can be in international competition. He's sensational. Hey, but we should
Slovenia hasn't qualified yet, Shannon. They got to. I don't know if it'll happen, but there's possibly in the first week of July, Giannis could end up playing Luka for the last spot in the Olympics. They're going to play in a qualifying tournament in Greece.
If I'm Milwaukee, Giannis, you ain't played in the playoffs, you not played in this tournament.
All right.
Boy, they can't tell him
We're
anything.
up against the top of the hour. Wendy, you're feisty today, and I'm here for all of it. I don't know.
Các bạn vừa xem xong video phân tích của chúng tôi. Sau đây sẽ là video hướng dẫn cách làm một lọ hoa màu vàng kết hợp màu xanh lá cây của chúng tôi. Bây giờ các bạn cùng tôi thực hiện cách làm nhé. Rồi các bạn, bước tiếp theo là mình sẽ vẽ cái phần này cho nó, cắt cái phần bên trên này, cắt cong cái phần đầu này để tạo thêm cái phần trang trí nhé. Các bạn sẽ thấy là mình sẽ có cái phần đường cong ở đây để làm phần trang trí, đúng không? Tiếp theo mình sẽ cắt cái phần đường kẻ mà vừa nãy mình có kẻ cái khoảng cách là 1,5 như này nhé. Rồi, bước tiếp theo nhé là mình sẽ đi dán mình sẽ đi dán cái phần màu vàng này nha. Các bạn sẽ dán xung quanh cái phần màu xanh này cho mình nhé. Rồi. Bây giờ nhé, bước tiếp theo như các bạn là mình sẽ dán những cái phần màu vàng này, đúng không? Bây giờ mình sẽ dán xuống cái phần bên dưới này, thì mình sẽ tạo cái độ phồng cho cái phần bên dưới của cái lọ hoa này. Thì các bạn cứ dán nó vào thì các bạn sẽ thấy là cái lọ hoa của mình sẽ có cái độ phồng bên dưới này, đúng không? Tiếp theo nhé, mình cứ dán xung quanh là mình đã có được một cái phần bông hoa, cái phần lọ hoa được trang trí rất là xinh rồi. Cái cuối cùng các bạn, đây, sau khi mà mình dán xong thì mình sẽ có được một cái lọ hoa như thế này. Bạn thấy cái lọ hoa của mình nó sẽ có cái phần cong màu vàng như này, đúng không? Giờ thì mình sẽ trang trí tiếp cho cái phần lọ hoa này, thì mình sẽ cắt một số các cái hình tròn rất là bé như các bạn. Sau đó thì mình sẽ dán những cái hình tròn này, mình sẽ dán lên trên cái lọ hoa này. Thì mình sẽ dán nó có cái phần khoảng cách như này, mình không dán ship nó lại nhé, thì nhìn nó sẽ bị xấu, đúng không? Thì mình sẽ chia cái phần này để nó tạo cái khoảng cách, khoảng trống như này thì nhìn nó sẽ thoáng và nó sẽ đẹp mắt hơn nhé các bạn. Đây, như vậy thì chúng ta đã hoàn thành xong cái lọ hoa như này rồi. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở những video tiếp theo nhé.